I just installed a massive, like an old 600 milliwatts VTX on my baby ape, which I'm starting to think maybe was a mistake because it's just too big. And I'm worried I kind of ruined the drone, but it only had a 200 milliwatts and quite a bad 200 milliwatt from Darwin FPV. So I'm gonna fly it down there and see. Usually I can't get past those big trees at the end there. So hopefully I can justify this change. Okay, well, the VTX is connected nicely and I'm getting a very nice clean signal, which is already a big deal for me on this drone. So what I really wanted to talk about now that I'm kind of transitioning from beginner pilot to somebody who knows a little bit of what he's talking about. Like, I've been doing this a long time. Like, I started with toy drones, and like the question I think a lot of people ask is, and I asked this a lot in the beginning, is should I build my own drone or should I buy a pre-made drone? And if you're a beginner, if this is your first drone, definitely buy a pre-made drone and buy the cheapest thing you can find, like this Darwin FPV Baby Ape. But with the Darwin FPV Baby Ape, a lot of compromises have been made, like the VTX. There's a lot of things I actually still like about this drone and the way that it's designed, and I probably will continue to build drones with this sort of setup. But as you progress, you're going to get more picky. And I think building a drone at the end of the day, even though it's more expensive, is more fulfilling. Like, I've got some parts on the way and I am like a kid before Christmas. I'm so excited, way more than had I ordered the Recon 5 like I had planned. You know, even some of the parts aren't ideal that I've ordered, but it's my drone. It's my things that I've decided to put on there, and that's very exciting. So there's a lot of fulfillment in that regard, but if that doesn't interest you, then don't go that route. But then my question is, if you aren't interested in soldering, if you aren't interested in building your own drones, if you aren't interested in all of that stuff, then maybe this whole FPV thing isn't for you. Maybe you should rather go for a DJI Avata. There's no shame in that. Like, those things are jolly amazing. They're very expensive, but they are really, really cool. FPV is a money pit. Like, no matter which way you look at it, FPV is a money pit. But should you build your own drone? Definitely not in the beginning, but as you progress it, and like I say, it is more expensive to build your own drones, but the fulfillment you're gonna get from it, I would say save up, do the research, do all the nerdy research and learn all about these things, and then get the parts that you really want. I think that is the way to go with FPV. Having ordered all the parts, it's very frustrating in the beginning, and the learning curve is really hard, and that will frustrate you. And that, I'm saying, it is a money pit, and you are going to spend a bit of money. Just get a little baby ape and learn with that, and grow with that, and do your repairs on that. But eventually, definitely, I think building your own drones is where you will need to go. Well, you should go, because that is where I think the enjoyment of FPV really comes into play.